Sorry, Chair, I got interested in Councillor Carr's question. I've momentarily forgot what mine was. Councillor Ree mentioned that the solar panels wouldn't be operational until 2035. Can you confirm if that's correct?
No, it's incorrect. So as part of the recent NESO application, the NESO reform process, it was separated between Gate 1 and Gate 2, i.e. coming online now or post 35. And I can confirm that we've got a Gate 2 off us, and we've got a relevant connection point into Doncaster. I can confer to my team, but it goes into Doncaster substation, confirmed, secured 2-3 years ago, deposits paid, engineering studies taking place, and Northern Power will be awaiting our next stages once we confirm, if should the application be approved for the engineering works to get us on the grid. But it exists.
So when will it be operational? When will the power be generated from there and go into homes?
So the standard process is should the application be consented, we will then speak to Northern Power. They will allocate us a slot on the grid, and then we build back. They typically allocate a project within a few years, and the nature of this project would take 30 weeks construction. You add in some discharge conditions and some legal works, so it's very, very standard. But we do sit before you today with a Gate 2 offer.
I'm not being flippant. I'm not had an answer there. If I push you to, will it be before 2035?
Yes.
Okay. So there'll be a number of years of disruption for the residents in the building and construction, and there won't be any merit from that work for a number of years.
No, because we would work back from the confirmed connection date from Northern Power Grid. So just we build out these projects. We wouldn't build it now if the connection was towards 32, 33. 33. The project takes maybe 2 years in the pre-planning with the Northern Power Grid, and it's very standard. You work back from that process. So we started construction projects now that we're connecting in 26, 27, 28. So it would be very silly and financially crazy for us to put 35 to 40 million pounds worth of kit in the ground and then not have an extra. So the very nature is we build these as when they are ready to connect.
Okay, so I'm going to play back to you what I didn't hear. So
I'm trying to be as clear as possible.
Clear as not, I'm afraid. I didn't hear a confirmed year for when there will be power generated from the solar panels going into homes. I didn't hear a clear date as to when the setup will stop, and I didn't hear a clear date as to sort of when residents will stop seeing disruption. That's what I've heard back. If you want to clarify anything.
I'm happy to clarify. So taking one of your points, in terms of the disruption, it is 35 weeks construction. That is conditioned and is not the year or so that was mentioned by the objectors. It's 35 weeks, which again we've been building these things for 20 years. So hopefully that makes it quite clear on that point. In terms of the specific date that you start working back from, so at the moment, all projects across the UK, you either get Gate 1, which is post 35, or Gate 2, which is pre 2035. This project has a Gate 2. The exact slot you've got on the grid is further determined when you have further technical engagement with Northern Power. That is the same whether you're building a data centre, wind farm, solar farm. So if the project was to be passed today, we would then have detailed discussions with Northern Power. They'd look at the existing arrangement and go, environment, you can connect in, say, 2030. We would then work out with our engineering team, procurement. It might take 2 years, not physical works, just to be clear, if it's on site for 6 months. But there is a lot of pre-work and it might take 6 months to discharge conditions. So we start procuring that, working back from the energisation date. Within a 3 to 6 month period, to allow for any delays. And this is, we evidenced by, we switched on a project in Essex in July, and the network was ready about 3 or 4 weeks before we were ready for first export. So hopefully that. The date is not set in stone as in 1st of July X, because that's not how these projects work. I'm not being elusive. That's whether you're, again, the same if you're building a data centre today, whether it's generation or demand. If you're building a data centre, the Northern Power was great. Now you've got your application, now you've got it confirmed. We'll tell you when you can, and then you work back from that. It's exactly the same process.
Thank you. One last one from me, doesn't require a response. It will likely be disconcerting for residents to hear there's no sort of confirmed year as to when it's going to go ahead. And if the application does go forward, I would expect significant contact from the developer to the residents as to when it's all going to happen. I keep referring back to our existing projects and schemes and experience. We have tried and we will continue to be engaged with the Joint Whitwell Parish and any local parishioners and councillors. And I'm happy to, we would need to discharge conditions. So there is certainly not yesterday, spade tomorrow. I'm more than happy for additional conditions to be put in place if the members see fit that we needed to give the residents 3 to 6 months notice before first works. I'm relatively comfortable in that process because there is things that need to be done and we can build into that programme, not a problem. So you just note that point.
Thank you.
Any more questions?